How you doing, guys? Tomato Sauce in here, and tonight I am hanging out on Dragonflight Beta, testing a couple different classes. Right now, I'm on my Unholy DK. I played a lot of Unholy DK in Shadowlands. Not so much towards the end when it, became, hugely popular. I played it more season one, season two because, you know, I'm just clever like that. Uh, but I am checking out Unholy again. Frost has felt a little bit subpar on the beta, obviously subject to tuning, but Unholy, I've found a talent spec that seems to be a lot of fun for where the beta is right now. If you just feel like going in, playing with talent trees, you know, getting some duels outside of Stormwind or Orgrimmar, I've got a spec that should work out pretty well for you. Just don't try it against any prot warriors. So let's take a look at the talents. Uh, you're gonna see we go into both Chains of Ice and Death Strike. Down the Chains of Ice tree, though, we stop pretty quickly. We grab Mind Freeze, Permafrost, Icebound Fortitude, and then we just start cutting over from here. We're going into Merciless Strikes to grab 2% extra crit. Um, and then it comes into the Death Strike tree. So let's take a look at what we're grabbing in Death Strike. And again, the spec is more aligned for dueling and arena play, to be honest. I think this could be pretty well. This could do pretty well in arena, depending on where tuning ends up, right? So we're grabbing Death Strike, anti-magic shell, big anti-magic shell, which this reduces the cooldown of the barrier and allows you to absorb more magic damage. Improved death strike, you're just going to heal for more, and it's cheaper to hit it. It's mandatory for both DK specs. Veteran of the Third War, you need this stamina, so you're going to 2 out of 2 there. Blood Scent, you're going to grab some leech. Again, super big for DKs. Any way that we can self heal is massive for us. Anti-magic zone, we skipped big zone, went into asphyxiate, grabbed death pact because in a dueling environment, death pact is pretty nice. Wraith walk, we're gonna grab blood draw and Will of the Necropolis, which are two new abilities for Dragonflight. So blood draw, when you fall below 30% health, you drain 7,200 health from nearby enemies. So the more enemies around you, the better this talent is for 1v1. It's kind of mediocre, to be honest, but whatever. Will of the Necropolis, damage below 30% health is reduced by 35%. This is actually a blood decay talent that's now in all Death Knight trees. This is going to be massive in arena for Death Knights. You just get a 35% wall below 30% health. To be honest with you, I could see them nerfing this in PvP. It's going to be really good. DK's needed this badly. Hopefully they don't. Then I go into Rune Mastery, which consuming a rune has a chance to increase your strength by 6% for 8 seconds. Strength is huge for DKs. And a Shadowlands favorite, Abomination Limb. Then I also go into Icy Talons, which is just going to, give us more attack speed, stacking up for those white hits. And then Empower Rune Weapon, which is super nice with the opener or damage go that I use here, and I'll go into that go after we go through the Unholy talents. Haste is really, really nice for Unholy, so the fact that it can slot into Empower Rune Weapon is pretty sick, and it really actually helps Unholy's burst rotation kind of flow and just evolve into this, massive damage rotation. So now on the Unholy tree, you can see I'm skipping all this AoE nonsense essentially. What we're doing is we're taking Scourge Strike, Outbreak, going to Unholy Blight, and that's as far as we go into the AoE side of the tree. Taking Festering Strike, 2 out of 2, which is just 20% more damage here. Smooths out your damage a bit. Festering Strikes has a chance to generate a rune, which is nice. Unholy Command, cooldown of your dark transformations reduced by 15 seconds, so that's kind of nice. Apocalypse, Dark Magus, so you get, or excuse me, Magus of the Dead, where Apocalypse and Army on the Dead are both going to summon a Magus of the Dead. These things hit like a truck, so very, very nice. When your ghouls expire, they explode. Oh, this could be pretty cool too. Interesting, like additional APOC burst. You know, might be worth trying that out. I haven't even tried it yet. This is the first time I've read about it. Um, then I go into Eternal Agony, which, you know, this is something we used in Shadowlands. Death Coil and Epidemic increase the duration of Dark Transformation by 1 second. You know, that's always nice. Army of the Dead, and I go into that more to get Army of the Damned, but it's nice obviously to have both of these. Then I grab Morbidity, which means enemies will take 2% increased damage from you per disease they're affected by, and we take Super Strain right now, or at least I do on the PTR. It's a lot of fun. You know, you're hitting them with Frost Fever, Blood Plague, and you know, Virulent Plague all at once. So they're getting triple dotted up, 6% damage increase here on Morbidity. Then when you come down to this side, right, you're going to see Raised Dead, Dark Transformation. These are staples of Unholy, Infected Claws. I take a talent called Plague Bringer, which Scourge Strike causes your disease damage to occur 100% more quickly for 5 seconds. I think this was actually a Torghast power, but it's pretty nice when you couple it with Super Strain, right? Improved Death Coil. Death Coil does 30% additional damage. We're pumping out a lot of Death Coils in this spec. And then Coil of Devastation, which is kind of dope. Death Coil causes the target to take an additional 35% of direct damage dealt over 4 seconds. Going into Summon Gargoyle, which Gargoyle's back, baby. You know, it's a 3-minute cooldown, so every third go you could have it up. But it's a lot of fun. It's a fun button to press, and I'll tell you how I work it into my rotation right now. Then Unholy Aura. All enemies within 8 yards take 20% increased damage from your minions, which is just absolutely massive. And Commander of the Dead. Dark Transformation is going to empower your Gargoyle and your Army of the Dead for 30 seconds, increasing their damage by 30%. So you got a ton of damage happening here between Gargoyle and Army of the Dead. Now, going into rotation, what I'm doing is I'm throwing up an Outbreak, usually chainsing the target, hitting him with 2 Festering Strikes, getting my Unholy Blight up. Then I am asphyxiating, Dark Transformation, Apocalypse, A-Bomb, Garg, Death Coil, Death Coil, Death Coil. So that's kind of what I'm going for right now. Is that the best? You know, I don't know. It's working for me. I'm sure you could mix those abilities up a little bit, and have some fun there. What do we got? 2-2. Maybe this guy wants to duel. Want to kind of test it out, see what we got going on here. Boom. 1. Okay, I think he's just letting me. Oh, no, he's doing something here. Boom. Then we get this guy. Boom. Yeah, you can see it's just massive damn. So he dies in the opener. You know, and that's pretty much how it goes every 3 minutes. I didn't asphyxiate him because I wasn't sure what he was doing. And then, you know, you're going to asphyxiate a target, you know, throughout that go. And then once they trinket asphyxiate, or asphyxiate wears off, because really nobody has trinkets right now, you just hit them with a strang, and they are very far behind at that point. So this is Unholy DK. I just wanted to do a quick little video, kind of showing it off. It's a good time. I'll make more videos on Dragonflight Beta. I'm going to be mostly focusing on Wrath of the Lich King Classic, but I will pop into Beta just so that, you know, everybody here who enjoys retail, I do enjoy retail, stays in the loop a little bit. So thank you very much, guys. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. You can find me both on both platforms as Tomato Saucin. Have a great day, guys. Have a great night. God bless. Take it easy.